If you have a problem with money, I'm afraid to tell you, but happy to tell you that making more money ain't gonna solve that problem. You see, because money can't solve a money problem. I know it sounds complicated, let's re-say. If you have a problem with money, making more money is only going to expose that problem even more. Likely you're going to end up in more debt. Likely you're going to be buying more things you don't need. Likely you're going to just put yourself in a worse situation because you already are bad with money, right? So I'm going to talk to you guys today about some things that you need to work on your journey to make more money, so that when you get it, you won't be in a horrible situation. You won't be worse off than you were before you started that journey. I know, because I was able to have multiple $10,000 plus months. And you know what? It's a way different ball game when you got thousands of dollars worth of bills. But let's talk about it. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Kieran T. Davis. I'm a certified life coach and business advisor. Ultimately, I create content with the intention on changing the trajectory of the lives of millions of people, but also to just encourage others to live a more purposeful life. With that, let's dive straight into the video. The first thing, as a business advisor, I work with a lot of people who are always looking for funding, and that's great. It's always funding can change your life, but again, funding without a proof of concept, and without, really, if you don't got no motion right now, giving you money ain't gonna make you no motion, because you still gotta learn how to create revenue. You still gotta learn how to make money, right? So the first thing you need to adopt is a make it happen mindset, right? You see, I started my last business with a couple $100s and some credit cards. And I was able to, within the 2 year span, I was able to touch $100,000, right? Which is not common. A lot of business owners who've been running for multiple years and have not touched that amount of money. And ultimately, that's a whole nother conversation in itself. Like as most businessmen would say, if you're gonna fail fast. You see, a lot of people aren't building the experience. They aren't taking the risk. They're playing small and safe. In reality, they're not making a business that's scaling. So they're not making anything that they can sustain off of. They're gonna be working a job, they're gonna be running a business, but it's really gonna be a hobby. But I need you to have a make it happen mindset, right? Now, what do I have with me right now? And what opportunities that are presenting themselves that I can take that will get me to the next level? You have to play to win. You got to play big. And sometimes you make it to the Super Bowl and you lose. That's a part of the game. But you got so much experience to know how to get there, so you can get there again. So don't be afraid of that. So many people are so afraid that they don't even make it in the playoffs. They don't even go in the playoffs, but they say, hey, we still got our team, we got some good players, but they have no plans, they have no intentions on going to the playoffs. They might say they do, but they never play like it. See, me, I don't mind going to the Super Bowl every year, losing, because you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna keep refining the formula, finding our systems to win a Super Bowl. Once we figure it out, we can continue running that same play over and over again, creating a dynasty. But if you don't have a make it happen mindset and you got more excuses than solutions, you're never gonna make it off of the base you're at, right? See, so many people are happy that they have started a business. Some of you guys say you got a business, but it's not even registered, but it's a whole nother conversation. But what I'm saying is, what can you do right now? It's okay to have that big dream, that big vision. That's what we're building up to. But right now you're down here, and that's out of reach. But what's the next step we can take to make something happen? Not the wishful thinking, what's the reality? I'm not telling you to not, apply for different things and try to get grants and do all these other things. I'm saying, what's the reality right now? What's something that I have control over that I can make happen no matter what? If I get all these other things, amazing, perfect. That's glory to God. But right now, based on reality, this is what I'm capable of. I need to get that in play, because if nothing else works for me, I will work for me. And I'll put something in place that will allow me to start making more money, right? So first, you have to understand that you are in control and no one owes you anything. And once you get this, get it out the mud attitude, by any means possible attitude, that I'm gonna make it happen mindset, that's when things will start changing for you. Now, really fast, in the links in the description, go to oursolomoath.com. I have a free ebook for you guys that will help you develop a healthy mindset and relationship with money. It will also cover 10 fears that block people from becoming successful entrepreneurs. I made this for you guys because I want you guys to win. I want you guys to have this valuable and no excuses, free. So go get that. There's also an ebook for you guys about how to find your purpose or realizing your purpose, because I believe everybody was born with a purpose. It's a calling on your life, and it's your mission to realize it, to live purposefully. You can also book a coaching call with me, and you can also join our free Discord community of supportive, encouraging, like-minded individuals that will help you stay locked in every day. With that, let's continue the video. The next thing is connections. Connections, connections, connections. Even if you're making money, trying to figure out how to make more money, so many people get put in place because of their connections. So many people are able to scale faster because of their connections. There's things going on in your community that you aren't a part of because you're not in the right circle. You don't have the connections, right? Last year, I got nominated into the 30 under 40. I was a 30 under 40 a reward precipitant. I don't even know what to call it. Whatever. I got it up here on this over here on the wall. Certificate of recognition, 30 under 40. So that opened up a door for me to become connected to a lot more people in my community. I get called into strategic planning, sit downs and things for other organizations and nonprofits. As my role as a business advisor, I work with the state. I work with aspiring entrepreneurs. I work with scaling business owners. I work with people who are very successful six-figure business owners to help them build systems, to help them figure out what's going wrong in their business. I'm connected with people, but this didn't just happen. It came from me living fearlessly, investing in my own self, and people becoming aware of me and wanting me to be part of their team because they see the value in me as an asset. They see the value in me as a connection. So as you become more valuable, people are going to want to introduce you to other people, and now your connection or your network builds, right? And this can change things for you. You can get in grant programs because of who you know. You can get certain opportunities because of who you know. You can get discounts on things because people just want to see you win. Like, people will invest in your ideas because they take you serious, right? Learning how to make connections. There's so many people, I see a lot of entrepreneurs, they play so small because they think people are going to steal their ideas. They think whatever they think, everybody's in competition. But people who are making real money, people who are actually succeeding, they love seeing other people win. They love seeing other people win. They love talking to people who inspire and motivate them, because I tell people all the time, motivation is a luxury. Discipline is a standard. Likely, you're not going to really feel motivation all the time, but you get the job done. You show up because of your discipline. But motivation is a luxury. So when people can have interactions with people who inspire and motivate them, they want to keep you around. They want to keep talking to you. Why? Because you pump them up. They want to keep going, right? You turn them up. That's what you need. But likely, your circle, the people around you, they drain you. They don't inspire you. They don't motivate you, right? So as you're making more money, you're not going to have nobody you can call for questions, for help, for connections, for resources, none of that. Because you don't know anybody that's going to be worth knowing where you're trying to go. You know people that are worth knowing where you're currently at. And for you to grow, sometimes you got to pluck some feathers, right? So I want you guys to think about connections, connections, connections. And as you build connections, I promise you that money is going to start coming to you easily and effortlessly and continuously because of the connections that you have. The next point, systems. Systems. You got to learn how to work smarter, not harder. A coach of mine used to always say that your business will make you a lot of money, but systems will make you a fortune. That stuck with me forever, because I realized that you think that you're doing something efficiently and effectively, but every level, it's a new level, new devil. So it might be working out for you right now based on where you're at. I remember when I was doing my clothing brand, I made my first $1,000 in a month. I made my first $1,000 in a week. That same system that allowed me to do that was not the same system that allowed me to make $5,000 in a month. That system was not the system that allowed me to make $10,000, that allowed me to make 15. Because every level requires a new system, a more efficient and effective way of doing things. You have systems for everything you do in life. The way you brush your teeth is a system. The way you get dressed in the morning, get ready for work, it's a system. The way you prepare your your ramen noodles, how much water you put it in the bowl, how many minutes you put it on for. Do you stop it, stir it, then add the seasoning? Like, you got your own system for things. So when you realize that in your business, you have a system for how you do day-to-day operations. When I'm telling you that you need to create new systems or systems that promote growth and scalability that allow you to do this more effortlessly, to not have to work harder, but smarter, because you figured out, where's all the time going? Where's all the errors going, right? You find a way to maximize these systems, to squeeze them for more and more and more. Now I'm able to identify where systems need to be developed or created or established or perfected in other people's businesses, because now that I'm aware of systems, that's one of the things that every successful business owner understands and has. The first thing is, when you're in a room, you see when on the lower level, people like to separate each other by money. Who got money, who don't. In reality, none of them is really making real money. None of it is sustainable or scalable, right? Because people work jobs where they're paid a salary and you don't really get bonuses or increases, right? You're kind of stuck there unless you get an opportunity at another job. People are like hustling in the streets, or they got the side hustles and stuff like that aren't really scalable for real, right? So when you get into these rooms where people are making like multi-million-dollar business owners and brands and things like that, the one thing that I realized that's common is they all have similar mindsets, and they're in conversation. They're picking up different like keys or gems from each other, but these are also gems or keys that the common people won't be able to implement because you're not in a position where this is beneficial for you yet. Even though it's more valuable than you even understand. You can't fully even comprehend what just happened because you got to develop the mindset first, right? Outside of mindset, another thing that is consistent and constant is the implication of systems. That these individuals value systems more than anything. They value systems more than anything because it's the system that allows your business to run smooth when you're there or when you're not there. The systems that allows you to minimize mistakes and errors in your business that will cost you money. It's the systems that will allow you to increase profitability, scalability, to be able to increase conversion rates and so forth. It's the systems. The other things I would say is offers, right? It's offers. Learn how to make better offers, because an offer you don't make is an offer they can't take, and that's a sell you miss. So also learning offers. I mean, those are the three things. That's a whole other video in itself, but I'm going to talk to you guys about these systems that you to understand. Because in your life, if you improve your day-to-day habits, your routine, your system for your own life, because at the end of the day, this is really about being the CEO of your own life so that you can be a better CEO of your business or your dreams or whatever the case may be, however you're making money and taking care of your family. You have to be the first, be a CEO of yourself, right? So what does that look like? That looks like a make it happen attitude. No excuses. Get it done. Figure it out. That looks like making connections, surrounding yourself with the right environment, the right people that can put you in better positions to win, to learn a new skill set, to receive more gems and conversation. And it also looks like building systems. A system for your morning routine, a system for your evening routine, a system for how you go about doing the things you do to maximize what you're putting in and what you're getting out. At this point, YouTube's gonna be recommending some videos on the screen for you guys, some of my videos that they believe you will enjoy. I recommend and encourage you to check those out. With that, I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you tomorrow in the next video.